Ugh.
Okay.
Like everyone can see, yes. Now live. Okay.
Got it?
Oh yeah, we're live.
All right.
Yay.
Hello, everybody.
We did it. What up, guys? Oh, okay. Yo, TJ's in the building. What up? All right.
Like a 10-second delay on right now, and I only have me, Kelly, and Nubeta on my screen.
Who's Kaya?
There
Okay.
goes the live. Yep, I see it. Yep. I see it there. Yes, I don't see Callie and I don't see.
10-second delay on right now, and I only. Oh, I heard myself talking.
Yes, because there
Yeah.
we go. Now, all right. Okay, now we see Kaya. And what about the proprietor herself?
Come on.
Oh, we're good.
Hey.
There we go. All right. She.
So now, okay, so my what I was trying to do that thing where you have like the thumbnail on YouTube and then it connects to the Zoom and then so when you start the Zoom, it starts the YouTube, but I had it working and I tested it and then I broke it and now we're
Mm.
here. So
The way the
hopefully
cookie crumbles, man.
people will just like scooch over, which is ironic because if I hadn't tested it, we would have been just fine.
See? You see how that goes? Ethan's in the building on the
But
chat. What up,
people
Ethan?
will
What's going
hopefully
on?
pop along over once they see that we are over here. I
Right.
don't know how to shuffle people over. Come here, guys. Come here. Come this way.
I'm tempted to go live on my TikTok and tell people to come to
Oh
the.
yeah, show.
And we're at least on the same channel. We're on the same YouTube channel.
Let me do that real quick.
So
Yeah.
Anybody
there
that
we
joins, I'm like,
go.
we're over at come on over. Come on over. Come on over, baby. Oh, y'all ain't know I knew that
Oh,
shit, did y'all? Let's go. What's up, guys? How you doing? How's everybody doing? What's new? It's 2025. Got upcoming events. We got a lot of stuff happening this year. What's going
Sure
on?
do.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff.
oh.
I feel like Tim cleared his day today because he is like, I'm free for you guys.
I'm
Oh,
here. I'm
he's
here. I'm
here.
set. It's set in
Very present.
stone. Carved it out. It's a good thing I
Usually
just.
he's like, put that down. Stop choking the cat. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
What's up, guys? What's up?
Oh.
Nobody here. If you are watching my TikTok live, you are instructed to go to Voices of Art YouTube live because we are up there doing a live event. And yeah, so thank you so much for participating. But yeah, I'm directing you over to the Voices of Art YouTube live. So Voices of Art YouTube, hit it up. I'm over there as right now. So if
Andy's in
anybody
the
comes in,
building.
he's in the building. Guess I'm first. Happy Sunday. Hey, John, happy Sunday. Go to the Voices of Art YouTube live right now because that's where we really are. I just got on here just in case anybody wasn't aware that we are on live there, and I'm instructing them there. I'm instructing them. So, what's up, guys? What's up?
Oh, I
What's up,
see.
Kelly?
Okay.
How you doing?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you know, only Kelly in here.
I well sometimes Callie and Kelly.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Touche, touche.
But anyways, yes, I am good. I'm doing pretty good. We were talking a little bit about yesterday's YouTube live stream with Free Crossroads, Katie. And that was really nice. I had it on in the background all day, and it was really
Nice.
kind of rejuvenating to just be part of that. Both like as a reader, but also just as like someone who was just watching. So I had a really nice day yesterday, doing
Awesome.
that, and then just chilling today. So
I'm
pretty
doing
good.
good, Eric. I got on this live to tell everybody on this live to make sure you right now go on the Voices of Arda YouTube live. We are doing a live event right now. So as you see, I'm kind of focused on my screen here, but you guys head over to the Voices of Arda YouTube live and join there right now. Also, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the Voices of YouTube channel and make sure you guys are watching the Voices of Arda podcast. We got some heavy hitters up there, and we got to get our views up. You know what I'm saying? It's partially my fault, but I don't like TikTok. TikTok doesn't like you advertising the podcast on there, so it's like avoid. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Roger, thanks, Echo. Appreciate you. And that's his real name, by the way, Echo Bischoff. That is ill. He's going to be joining us on the Voices of Arda live right now. I hope Colton will be doing the same thing. What's up, Kira? Join us on the Voices of Arda YouTube right now. We are literally live there. Dino Park, Voices of Arda YouTube live. You were just there. That's what we're doing. So I'm just here to tell you that.
Thank you, Sam. I appreciate you.
Okay. Are we?
Are we gonna be waiting for some more people to pop in?
Yeah, well, okay, so because of the storm, a lot of people got stuck in places that they didn't intend to be stuck in, but hopefully they will be making it home very shortly and able to join us. But
Bree
we
says
are
she's watching
here.
on YouTube right now.
Excellent.
Did I miss
Okay,
something?
that
What's storm?
I feel like you should have been here,
reassures me that
Bree.
it's working. I'm so bad at
Absolutely.
this, guys. I'm so sorry. Maybe one
So
day I'll get good. I don't know.
Belmont is entered the chat. What's up, Kaya? How you been?
I've been. I've been.
That says it. That says it all.
Yep.
What's up,
Good.
James? How you doing? What's going on, James? Join us on the Voices of Art YouTube live right now. We're watching. Which living actor would you choose for a narration of Lord of the Rings for an audiobook? I want you guys to answer that because I'm terrible at those type of. Actually, Morgan Freeman. Let me stop lying. Morgan Freeman.
I
Morgan
think that'd be an
Freeman.
interesting one.
Also, Morgan Freeman, or but depending on his inflection, what's the dude that plays Thanos?
Oh,
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin would be kind of sick, but I don't know if he would have like be monotone. That's my only concern.
I think being an actor, he could
He
work
could
with it.
he could work with
probably
it.
learn. Yeah.
Yes, we're on YouTube. So Voices of Art YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, I'm very disappointed. Make sure you subscribe. And we're on live right now. We're having a live event right now, put together by the one and only Cali Cosplay and my man Tim Bard of Arda. And of course, we all are contributing and we're in, but these guys are the masterminds, the geniuses behind it. So let's give them a round of applause. Big thank you for you guys doing this.
Please
Hosting
don't
us.
give me credit for this stream. It's
The
okay. We
stream
all
was
have,
a little long. Let me stop.
we all
Jumping
have
over
to
right now. Thank you so
learn
much.
somehow.
Christopher Walken. Hey,
Christopher
my man
What
Walken.
Olga.
about
Okay.
You're
what
doing this
about
all
like Kate
wrong.
Blanchett?
That was Eru, the one.
I mean,
Hey,
we're not
Olga,
getting Snoop Dogg to do these. I thought we were getting
Oh,
him to
you
narrate
stole my
do it.
everything.
signal. You stole my
That'd be a
slimros.
sick one.
I'm feeling the kind of way.
All right, we have
It is.
24 people watching apparently. I think we are finally on and going strong, baby. So, welcome everyone to
Welcome.
Voices of
Hello.
Arda. It has been a very big weekend for the Tolkien community. We had an amazing full day charity stream yesterday with Rock the Grey Haven Raven, Katie. Yeah, it was amazing. And a lot of you guys also did readings. And oh, Jacob, come join us. Jacob, you're supposed to be up here, not down there.
Jacob. Come on,
The
Jacob.
live stream smashed their goal too for the charity event. They had a
Amazing.
$100 goal, over $700 raised. Way to go, guys.
It was
Thought it was
over
over
1,000 actually. Yeah, because it was split in between
Oh.
two
The
places.
two, yeah.
So I think it was like 700 on one and 5 something on the other. So it was
Even better.
even more.
It was great.
So we never, I'm realizing now several months later, that we never got a chance to talk about War of the Rohirrim. But
Did
Kelly
we
and
not?
Kaya and knew better. Oh, hold on. and knew better. They went and did something special for it. If you guys want to talk about that.
I just went as a person, as like a normie. So just
But she
I wasn't
counts.
invited,
she,
so
Still
she got
counts.
to
I
do the
can't-
most
No,
though.
but you were there though.
She
and
was
you
doing the
like-
most though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But that was, yeah, it was really cool. I was like this close. This
She was
close
speaking
to
to
Ian
all the
McKellen.
celebs,
It's
doing
like right
everything.
there. It was really cool.
Hey, what's up? TJ, everybody that's in the live, thank you so much. Jeff, is that you? Is that our Jeff?
Oh, that's our Jeff.
That's our Jeff in there. The Blurty Dad, what's up? I love that name.
Is
Boom
that
Weaver's
Zay?
in there.
That's
Zay's
Zay.
in there.
Zay.
Some bearded nerd. Make sure you're joining us over on YouTube. I'm just here to tell people to go over to YouTube. I'm just here so I won't get fined.
28 people in the chat now on YouTube.
There we
Holy
go.
moly.
That's what I like to see. What's up,
So-
Belmont?
I feel like Kaya, I'm going to start with you. Tell us what you thought about the War of the Rohirrim movie, because you're in it, right? So, I mean, you probably are the best person to tell us about it.
I personally thought it was great. I mean, apart from the differentiations from the lore, I personally loved it. Because, I'm definitely one of those people that is all for strong women in Tolkien, and having Hera added to that, it was just great. And then seeing the reaction that my kid had to it, it's even better. So 'cause
That's
he
awesome.
absolutely loves it. I mean, he walked away from it being like, I want to be like the dad who killed that guy in one punch. Well, we can talk about that. How about we start moving you towards Freyla? I would love if you even
Yeah.
Halate.
A
You
little
want to
more
be
chill
Halate,
out.
that's fine. But he did say he wanted to cut his hair like Halate. So we'll see if he can rock the mullet again.
There's room to grow. There's room.
Always. But yeah, I loved it. It definitely, as a woman who grew up with Tolkien, it definitely made my little heart warm. And then the scene between Hedda and her dad obviously made me emotional, but it was great.
I did think of you specifically. I was like, oh, I bet Kaya's just bawling right now. That was unexpectedly beautiful, and
it was great.
I wasn't prepared.
I was sitting next to Don during the movie, and I just started like tears going down my eyes. And then after, he's just like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm great."
Yeah.
It was really fun. It was a really fun event. Really dope. Kelly, how did you like it?
Yeah.
I loved it. I'm in the same camp as Kaya. Like I thought it was really good, and I thought there was just so much to love, especially as a female fan. I feel like this is what we've been waiting for in many ways. I don't know, and I'm okay with the deviations. It's fine. We've been through a lot more with like Rings of Power and stuff like that. So, and nothing didn't really bother me too much when they deviated a little bit. But yeah, I loved it. I saw it again in theaters, just a couple of weeks after London. So yeah, I loved it, and I love that it was more than just Hera. Like it was her. What was the other woman's name?
The handmaiden one. I never remember her name.
Starts with
I
an M,
loved
maybe.
her character.
But I loved her.
Let me look at my notes that I have.
Yeah, and then
They're like, oh, you love the movie,
months-
but you don't remember the
months
character's
ago,
name.
months
yeah,
ago.
whatever.
It's been a while, right? I mean,
It's been a little bit, yeah. It's been a few
Yeah.
months. But I love that, especially. I think me and Kaya, we must have been on a live since then or something, because I feel like Kaya, you mentioned like the maiden mother crone image of them like all hugging each other, and how significant that was and how beautiful that was to watch as a woman. So I really like that moment as well.
I
That
know
it
what you're
was,
talking about. I remember that live. It wasn't me. It was
Must
the other
have.
we were in the live with. I think, who
maybe
it?
it was Miranda.
Maybe it might
All
have.
right, Olwen, that was her name.
Olwen.
Olwen.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
But
Owen was a
yeah,
great
beautiful
character.
moment. Yeah, and really cool. I really thought I was really nervous for her character, and I'm very, very glad that she came out okay.
Yeah. She's
Yeah,
very
I
strong.
think it would have been a disservice to
Oh,
I
have
was
her
absolutely.
not.
worried they were going to do that thing that they always do when there's more than
Hmm.
one female character
Yes.
and kill them off.
Hmm.
But I
Only be
think
one.
Owen and the other older lady, they both survive.
Yeah, yeah.
Her and Freylof were my favorite characters. I know people are like, well, what about Hera? Like, Freylof presented to me just, like he wasn't like trying to replace Hera as the main character, clearly, but he just was steadfast, a good person, and it was really compelling. As well as Olwen. Olwen, am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Olwen, great teacher, very strong, a very good role model for Hera. But I feel like the good parts of Hera came from her. Not to say Hera wasn't inherently good, but of course she was. But like she really had a good example to look from. Her mother wasn't there, but boom, we have this strong, unyielding female character that was like with the shits, and it was like it felt real because of her background. You know what I mean? So it's like both of them having that strength, having that tenacity, it made sense. And then, like I said, like when things weren't going right, they didn't look for a dude to rescue them. They were very much like she was very much. I'll jump right into this. And I really liked that. I really appreciated that. Like where more as in Fairleft's part, it was the vice versa. It's not because he was jumping in trying to save everybody. When he did, it didn't work out necessarily when he first did it. But his intentions were pure because he loved his cousin, and he was like, "Yo, even though you're berating me," very much like Fingolfin when Feanor was like on his ass, he very much was like, "You know what? I'm still here for you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm here for you. When you calm down, I'm here for you, and I'm here for Rohan." And he just stood fast, and he knew he had to protect Hera, and he waited. It's just I love the qualities of that. It's just a stand up person. You know what I'm saying? So, love
Tim, did
that.
you ever actually see it? Now I'm realizing. Uh-oh.
What day?
Okay.
Tim, you
Okay.
didn't see it?
I haven't seen the War of the Here. No, everybody.
Oh,
Okay.
What on the
So
earth? Fake
We
I
Lord of the
exposed
Rings
him.
fan, fake fan, fake fan.
I
Streaming on
bought
Mac on the 18th.
I bought the digital copy the day it released. Um, but I haven't found the time because I want to be able to actually like sit down and digest this. And I just haven't had the right. It's been crazy. It's the beginning of the year, Christmas, school, all those things.
yeah, it was an
I
awkward time to come out.
I'm sure I'm gonna love it because I love every single adaptation of these books. Like everything, even the really bad ones, I really enjoy. I'll watch the original 12-minute Hobbit movie from the 60s from time to time and just enjoy it for what it is.
I want to know what your kids think of it. That's what I'm excited for, is to hear how everyone's kids think of it. Because
So
especially y'all's little girls, because having a little boy, I know that Hera was one of the things that he took away from it. So I can't wait to hear what y'all's kids think of it.
so they released the Return of the King Rankin Bass on Max, and I got the kids to watch it. They watched the whole thing, and they actually kind of liked it. So I feel like this is my one chance. I was like, remember when we watched that cartoon? There's another one, guys. So fingers crossed, it's going to happen soon. I want them to watch Lord of the Rings with me so bad.
Yo, the
Hopefully they
animated
won't be
Hobbit
disappointed
peaked
by
back
the
in the
lack
day.
of songs.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because like
Animated
that's
Hobbit
what
was
keeps it
peak.
going.
Yeah. Where there's a whip, there's a way.
Mhm.
Not on the kids, of course.
Ladorthan, what's up?
Well, today we are in the middle of a storm. We've been snowed in, so I am making ribs and laying low all day.
Mm.
It's been awesome.
Everybody, our snow turned to rain, and it's washing the snow away. I know you're feeling it. Is it raining in New Jersey?
It was,
It is
but
pouring out here, and it's washed all the snow away, and I'm so happy.
it finally
Like
stopped. I can see the sun coming in through the
it's
window. It's been three
nothing
days,
but
so
doom
this
and
is
gloom
nice.
outside my window, but
Oh
it's
no, yeah,
fine.
we're still quite a bit in it, so
It's just raining everywhere. It stormed really bad this morning. Like we had a tornado warning, and then I went outside to feed our tortoise, and our gate was blown open.
Oh, wow.
ah,
That was
Sheesh.
wild.
Hope everything's all right with the gate.
I'm just glad the turtle didn't get out. That's all I can.
Yeah.
I think you had some time to catch him.
Maybe.
He's a runner. He like goes around the perimeter of the gate all day, so I'm surprised that it didn't find his way out, because you'd think that that's what he's trying to do is find a way out, but
I
I
mean,
guess
it sounds like he's pretty happy where he's at. I don't know why he'd need to go anywhere else.
I wouldn't call the Rankin and Bass Return of the King goofy. I'd say there were some choices there. So I'm responding to the chat, by the way. So Dino Park Dan, who I love, by the way, because he's such a great supporter. He's always in the lives, always participating. I disagree with you though. I don't think it was actually goofy. I think it was actually very well done, except there were some choices. Like obviously the Nazgul on the Pegasus, the Black Pegasus, that was a choice. That was very weird.
Hmm.
It was very obscure. Like what is happening? Um, you know what I'm saying? But they did a kind of a the Witch King was very dope. His voice being very tinny, but they had the eyes and the crown. Whereas in Peter Jackson's film, it's like a whole helmet type thing where it's like, really, that's not what's going on. But it was good to see that depiction of it. So I disagree. It had a very serious tone. Gandalf wasn't playing. Let's be clear. When Gandalf was on the mic, he was spitting some shit. He was definitely like dead serious. He made you feel the weight of what was going on in the movie. Frodo and Sam, you felt their plight as well. And it was like very Shakespearean how when Sam saw Frodo down, and he was like, oh, like very much. Also, the same thing when Mary saw Theoden down. It was very heavy. So it was. I don't feel like it was goofy. Goofy isn't a word I would use, but
There's some good lines where it's like when Sam is ringing, he's like, I can feel you growing stronger as we grow closer to the furnaces where you will rot and forged. I'm like, damn, Sam.
he's big, man. Word. And then, of course, the Towers of the Teeth song is dead serious. You're
Retreat.
standing underneath the towers of the teeth. In the eye, it blazes red. Win the battle, lose the war. Choice of evils lie before your feet. Retreat, retreat, retreat. That's so real. If you're listening to what he's saying, it's the realest shit on the face of the earth. Like, it's so ill. So I
So
loved
we're
it.
gonna watch all of these. So I yeah, this is an inside thing a little bit, but a lot of the group of us, not Blue Dwarfin unfortunately this year though, but we're about to meet all together in New York and spend a weekend together. So I'm asking if we can watch all of the adaptations at some point. We're just gonna play them in the living room, just like on loop, right? That's just gonna be what we're gonna do is just Lord of the Rings adaptations on loop.
Make it happen, Captain.
fine by
I
me.
think we can do that.
I'm down. I'm down. Blood Orphan, how goes the trivia?
Good, very good. I've got a couple of episodes coming out, in preparation for future trivia events. I discovered that I have some holes in my spreadsheet. So I'm rededicating myself, and I'm going to continue my Two Towers series coming up here very soon.
Nice, nice. Well, waiting. So as the U.S. Engages in a terrible one-sided, one-person war against Canada, we want to let Callie know that we love you and we will protect you. And we're not down with the shits that
Hey,
this person is saying. We love Canada. Canada is our best friend. So uh,
good.
just wanted to say that real quick.
My dollar is so sad though, guys.
Oh, crazy.
But I mean, I know that you guys down there have a lot more to deal with than the fall of your dollars, so I cannot complain about that too much. So
I'm not worried. I'm just singing Kai on every time something happens. I'm singing Kai on them, and then
Yeah,
fear
just
fear
talk
gone.
about stuff.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Now, obviously, the big news that we got this week or last week, well, it's Sunday, so you pick whichever one you feel like it is. About season 3 of Rings of Power. What do you guys think?
Excited.
I'm excited.
I'm excited as well. I'm excited. I like what they claim to be doing. Let's just keep that. You know, um,
mm.
the war between Sauron and the elves, which I absolutely that's what we should be seeing. The creation of the One Ring, which is far behind, which should have been happened. Um, we need Barad-dûr. We need what else do we need, Tim?
Yes, yes.
There's some,
Do you think
I'm going to say Barador. You guys let me know what we need from season 3.
I'm just wondering if they're going to actually show Honorian or mention him in passing again.
I really thought season 2 was going to end with him. Like I really, but
I
they
think they
didn't.
got into a I think they got into an editing crisis, and he would
Oh,
have been like one of the things, and they decided, okay, we'll just wait, save this. I feel like
Yes, I thought it would have been good though.
do they have
yeah,
an actor for him?
they always pop up with the actors next time type shit.
Yeah, because I'm just wondering if we're about to skip a bunch of years, although he's Numenorian, so it wouldn't matter because the aging, right? So all our
Mhm.
human characters with this time jump, they're gonna have to. They're just not. I mean, they're not going to be 160 years old, and then.
But it said a few years. It didn't say.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I think it's
not.
like
We're
five
not.
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Yeah.
not a crazy time.
All right,
Somewhere where we
so
can get some growth
okay,
from
Theo's going to
Theo.
be a man
Yeah,
now.
Theo's gonna be pretty much a
Yeah.
man, and then we, you know what I mean, somewhere it makes sense. Because if what I
Mhm.
wager still holds true, that would be like a perfect time for him to come into his own with what he needs and the influence of what's happening on the coast and where he is. That's going to drive him, I think. And then we got, like I said, Isildur is going to be more of a man, and Anarion. They're gonna meet up, and we need those three. Alindo, we need those three to reunite for that whole thing to happen, right? They're looking for Elendil apparently, and so with the conflict that we got going on, it gives a perfect time to just get a batshit crazy Numenor where they're really acting up. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, but I think I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I feel like a
Oh,
big part of the time jump is really going to be we need to establish like more of that like Numenorian oppression on Middle Earth, like we got with Kemen at the end of the last season, to like
Yep.
make people not like them, kind of establish the Kingsmen more under Pharazôn, get towards the end of the war because Celebrimbor was alive last season. We have like a 2,000 year span where they could have fallen, but the year needs to get to closer to the end, somewhere in the 3,100 year range in the Second Age.
I made a prediction um, from just where they seem to be going. So we got the war with Sauron and the elves. We know Sauron leans on the elves heavily. He's beating them. They're getting pushed back. Gilgalad's realm is slowly shrinking back to Linden. We know they're going to ask for aid. Now in the books, this is far earlier in the Second Age when it happens. 11th King minister administers aid, and they come and there's the battle of the Guaflo and they drive Sauron back, which that needs to happen. And they should just swap out Minister with Pharazôn. And then at the end, they just combine the events. It makes sense. And Pharazôn takes Sauron after they drive him back to Mordor.
Mm.
Makes sense. And then it would set us up perfectly for season 4, where we could get Sauron in the fall of Numenor. You know, that literally would make perfect sense. And then season 5, War of the Last Alliance, and I feel like that would make the most sense. So that's my prediction. So out of season 3, I need the Battle of the Guaflo. I need the distribution of the 9 rings. I need Barad-dûr being constructed. I need the One Ring being constructed, which at least they gave us that. They told us that was going to happen. The 7 need to be distributed. So that conflict needs to work itself out. We're going to be introduced with new characters there, so I'm not going to guess anything.
what about
I'm
this
assuming,
brother
the
of
brothers,
Durin,
the brothers gonna
which we're
come.
all like, who?
But that's smart though.
Or like the
Yeah,
words that they mentioned. I feel like those are going to be the ones that get the rest of the 6.
the other lords. Yeah, yeah. We need to see more dwarves, like more main character dwarves.
Yeah, I think we'll get
One
that.
of the more interesting theories I've heard, and I think this might have been on the Prancing Pony podcast, is as we ended the last season, Durin and Disa are both very opposed to the Dwarven Ring. And
Hmm.
someone mentioned that maybe Durin will have to use the ring, the Dwarven Ring, to like save Disa's life or something like that. Which I think could be um, really interesting to see how that plays out. Like, does it change Durin's relationship to the ring, or I don't think Disa will ever get on board with it. But it doesn't go away, so I'm very interested to see how they deal with that.
Or to save his kids, like if that casting call that presumably was for like the kids kind of grown up a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Maybe to save,
It's a
maybe
very
to
targeted
save his
casting
kids.
call.
Yeah, or the thought is that it's for the kids.
I don't know who else it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
interesting.
kind of, when I saw that casting call thing, I was kind of thinking that maybe since Durin and Disa didn't like the ring, they kind of just stow it away. And then maybe his son, since they are casting them for being teenagers, like 17 or whatever, maybe he sees the beginning of like, I don't want to say like the fall of Khazad-dûm, but if they do like, you know, the closing of Khazad-dûm and not the fall of it, maybe he's just like, you know what? We need this ring, Dad. Why aren't you listening? So maybe he does that teenage angst thing.
Oh.
Gamely,
More
no.
father-son dynamics in
Exactly. You have
in
the same
Durin
father,
line.
son. Yeah.
Ooh.
That would be sick.
Oh
I
man.
thought also with the introduction of the brother, some kind of usurpation there, because the plot that is kind of in the way of itself, which it would work out with the brother, is Durin knows not to use this ring. He's against it. So how is this ring going to continue through the ages? Because obviously it makes it all the way to Thrain, right? So what are we doing here? So if it makes it through, there have to be some kind of precedent or incident to make either Durin use the ring or Durin to step aside and his brother use the ring. His brother's not going to listen to reason. It doesn't make any sense. They're already beefing. It's like, okay, I'm going to use this ring to gather wealth. You don't already said all of this and you already promised these people these rings. I'm coming up there. Maybe Durin is so disgusted with what he sees with that, he steps aside after a conflict rather to save the kingdom, and he just steps aside and he that's how the ring gets passed down, so on and so forth. Something like that. I don't know, but it needs to get that definitely needs to get resolved to where how why are they keeping this ring if he know what the ring can do, which clearly him and Disa do know. So now that he's ruling, it doesn't make sense for him to keep the ring unless something crazy happens. Like so, that was a good theory on both you guys' parts. Like something epic has to happen.
Or maybe the six get dispersed and he sees how the other kingdoms kind of thrive under it. And he's like, well, maybe it was just the sickness of my dad. Like I can do it differently.
Mm.
I like that. That's a little bit more tragic, right?
Yeah.
Well, they certainly surprised the heck out of us, I think, in season 2, coming from season 1. So I wonder if we're in for surprises for the next 3 seasons, or if things will go as we are predicting right now. There's also the Rune storyline, though. Like nobody.
Well, I think they.
Is there a Rune storyline now? Like
I think there always was. I don't know. I don't know what it is of. I don't know if I see things differently than people or whatever, but I'll be seeing it. I'll be like seeing it. I'm like, well, they clearly set up the Easterlings to have an issue, and now we're gonna get Kamul. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
like I see it there. I mean, it may not have been executed the greatest, but I see it. So I'm like, okay, I'm fine with it. I'm like, okay, I see what they're setting up with the people. They didn't delve into it like they should have. There was a lot of wasted time with this second time we see Tom Bombadil, absolutely unnecessary. And it kind of ruined it a little bit. Now, at the beginning and the end, he was great. But that middle part, it was complete waste. They could have been telling other story. It was just dumb. Personally, my personal feelings on it. It was like a
When he
waste.
had the Gandalf line.
Yeah, and that felt so yucky to me. And I love, stuff that makes sense. But I was like, this doesn't, it just seems forced. It didn't make any sense. And I'm gonna bring a power person that loves rings of power and advocate for it. But if stupidity is stupidity to me, you know what I'm saying? So
I mean, they did set up the Rune storyline to like they're leaving it, but we know about those like riders who have like some kind of condition or some kind of illness that they're dealing with. Perfect setup for Sauron to show up. Like, here's something that'll help. Here you go, Kamel.
Save my
I want to
people. I
know
like
what
that.
the Dark Wizard does when he doesn't agree with you, or whatever that weird veiled threat the masked guy gave to um, the hobbits. What's under the mask? What's going on?
Yeah. And like if Sauron does go, like what is going to be the relationship to the Dark Wizard? Because that is like unexplored territory, I feel like. So I don't know how maybe the Easterlings come out from Rune somehow.
Just out of
Okay.
left field, he becomes the mouth of Sauron. That's what
Oh
happened.
God.
Mouth of Sauron. That should be
Anything could
interesting.
happen. Anything could
Anything
happen.
can happen. Yeah.
Kemen could become the mouth of Sauron.
I'm really hoping that's what they go with, just to make us all hee hee ha ha about it.
That would be
Instead
actually
of, do you
kinda
want
funny.
him the mouth of Sauron instead of like a ring wraith?
For Kemen,
Either one would
Yeah.
kind of work for
Mhm.
me, honestly.
It'd be
I
awesome. Be awesome if we saw them building Orthanc and he's looking at it like, wow, I'd really love to have that place. Like, how do I get my hands on that?
make a really good mouth just because of the smart one he has. Because like even in the book,
Mm.
it's I think in the book, the mouth of Sauron mirrors Kemen's so well because Kemen just talks all types of shit. And at the Black Gate, that's exactly what the mouth of Sauron was doing.
Does somebody
Yeah.
have authority to treat with me? That's totally a Kemen line.
Exactly.
Totally Kemen.
Like just looking Aragorn up and down like it takes more than elvish glass to make a king.
I love how in the books these characters be talking to Gandalf crazy, like they be like old fool and don't worry about him and
Mhm.
like who you think you talking to, my guy?
Mhm.
Like so like they have some semblance of that they feel empowered and they talking crazy. But have you guys seen the movie The Patriot by Mel Gibson? With Mel Gibson, right? And you know the bad guy that kills his son. I always get this energy from the the mouth of Sauron when he kind of like is arguing with um, Cornwallis, and he's like, stop being brutal, and then they, the ghost comes and takes Cornwallis's dog, and so he's like, okay, be brutal now, and then he's like, well, to do it, I got to do my full effect. He's like, well, what do you want out of it? He's like, tell me about Ohio. He's like, tell me about Isengard. That's what the mouth of Sauron is like. Tell me about Isengard. So I always got that energy from that. It's like, oh, that's the same vibe, same energy.
I like the comparison between Kemen and the Mouth of Sauron too, because both of them are like super sycophantic to like the master they serve. Like the Mouth of Sauron is totally and utterly in the camp. And Kemen's like that a lot with his dad. So I mean certainly a character trait I think they uh share and could carry over quite easily.
Yeah. I think in that aspect it's super fitting because Kemen just has this, I don't know, this I'm so much better than everyone. And then the mouth of Sauron is talking about how Sauron is gonna put a lieutenant that's worthy of his trust in Badador, and he's just so sure it's him.
Gonna be me. I'm going to take a moment to shout out to everyone in the chat. We have 32 people watching. This is amazing, guys.
Shout out to everybody
We've
in the
got
chat.
Sam, we got Kelly Sam, we've got Bree, we've got Jennifer, we've got Dino Park Dan, who did a beautiful reading yesterday. We're so proud of you, and you were on camera and everything. It was amazing. We
Okay,
have
okay.
Ethan also did an amazing reading yesterday. We have Chris from the Swole Hero.
Shout out,
Did I
Chris.
say Jennifer Cody already? I'm like going up the list now. Now I forget who I've mentioned. But Jennifer Cody, hello. And Jeff and Jedi Grayson 93. We have some clearly I think some Star Wars people in here. Are you guys lost or are you just like but welcome, yeah, drop in for sure. And Gloomweaver. Is Gloomweaver really in Australia? Someone told me that. Is that okay? Wow. So I don't know, I don't even know what time it is for you right now, but thank you for joining us. And we have the Blurty Dad, of course. I saw you guys on lives. I need to drop in and meet you sometime. I haven't done that. Calerial, of course, we have, and Stavros is here.
Calerio's in there? What up, Calerio?
He is or was anyway, yeah. And Mila's here, and Brandon was here, or is, or was. Andy, Tolkien with Friends, had to put the baby to sleep, so maybe she will join us again after. She's doing very well, though. I know you guys haven't heard from Tolkien with Friends for a little while, but Andy has been very busy with some very important things. So,
She's rearing
uh,
her child.
yeah, so we will just give her a grace period, I think, and we will be back as soon as we can. Of course, we want to get back, but life is lifing. So
And there is a backlog of episodes that I promise I will get out soon. There are some of the second half of The Hobbit or the third movie of adaptation comparisons that will be coming out soon, I promise.
Nice. So how's your process, Bardavarda, with your songs? Because they are just getting just great feedback, man. Like it is
I don't
awesome to see. I love it. I love getting memes and shares and tags of songs you create. I'm like, wait, he did what now?
I don't know why I do it or what inspires me or anything. I have no clue. I came up with the first one, the Arendiel was a Wellerman, just because I was like, this will be fun. And it blew up, and I was like, do I want to become the Weird Al of Tolkien? And slowly but surely, it's just happened, which I mean, it's fine. I have fun making, I try to make stuff that I like. So
yeah.
if I hear a song and I'm like, oh, that could work, I'm like, what makes me laugh? And then I do that. Um,
Do an amazing job, man.
but the process, I mean, it's non-existent. We didn't start the fire because Blodorthan made a joke to Pete. He said, can you do this to the tune of We Didn't Start the Fire? So I was like, I can do that. And I
Make it happen.
started that night. It's
So
all a big
good.
fluke. I don't know.
No, I think it's genius. Like I am such a big fan of everything you do. It's
Thank
so
you.
fun. And like you're a wordsmith, so
I've heard parodies of Tolkien songs like growing up, obviously, because I was obsessed and I'm on the wondering.net listening to things and scouring the forums. And I always wanted to make songs that were lore accurate. It's like people will be like, "Oh, I learned so much from this." I'm like, "Good. I'm glad. I'm glad I could do it in a minute and 30 seconds as opposed to having to read the Silmarillion 1,000 times like I did."
That's awesome, man. And
Instead of
shout out to all the people who are getting into it has been a tremendous influx of people reading the Silmarillion. And I'm just so happy for them. Like I literally want to nurture them through and everything like that. So I love that everybody's like, hey, I read the Silmarillion. Hey, I'm working on it. I don't understand this, but I got through it. I gotta read it again. What should I read after this? And I'm like, oh my God, this is so great. You know what I'm saying? So take your time. I love the big Game of Thrones people who are getting into Silmarillion because they're so good. They don't realize how good they are at explaining. Like they be on it, and I like they be on it with the lore of Game of Thrones, and to see them getting into the Tolkien fandom and being like, wow, this is crazy. Like I see why he was such a fan of Tolkien. Like wow, like and I'm like yeah. Now get into it and I'm explaining that shit like you explaining. You know what I'm saying? Game of Thrones. I'm all ears. I want to be a part of it. If you don't understand something, you know what I'm saying, hit us up. I would love to collab and do that because it's just so good to see other people who are like as obsessed, like see what you've been seeing, to feel what you've been feeling, and to discover it, and to be like, wow, this shit is deep, deep, deep. And it's like, yes, I'm here for the dive with you. Let's go. It's amazing. Shout out to everybody that
do you
part of
think
that.
there's like a big kind of after Game of Thrones and in between House of Dragon seasons, like an influx because of that? Like they kind of have nowhere to go, not nowhere to go, but like maybe they've already done the Brandon Sanderson stuff and then are finding
Mhm.
their way to like back around to Tolkien. Is that, do you think that's what's happening?
I don't think it's that. Honestly, I think it's us.
Oh.
Oh,
Not like
well, shit. Thank you.
particular. No, and I don't mean that in a
No,
cocky type of way.
yeah.
I mean in the sense of everybody in
Yeah.
the Lord of the Rings fandom it's become so prevalent because of what's going on. Like there's a lot of Lord of the Rings shit now.
Yeah.
Whereas they're
Rings of
like, well,
Power.
yeah, Rings of Power. There's War of the Rohirrim. They got news on these live actions coming out.
Hmm.
Look how we've grown from look what we're doing now. And all the Lord of the Rings people that have popped up, just think about in the last year, all the Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings content creators that have popped up.
Oh
There
yeah.
used to be like 3 or 4 in like 4 years ago that was consistently on. And then it's grown exponentially. Like, so it's like, they're like looking just like I look. Like I have read Game of Thrones, but I literally will sit there and watch JJ's videos like a child, like oh my God, I didn't know this. Like, and I'm like, I'm obsessed with the way they talk about it is the passion that we talk about Lord of the Rings. So I think it's a vice versa thing. I've read that, so I'm like, I know it, but not to that expertise level. Whereas I feel like they kind of like didn't never watch Lord of the Rings like that. Or I mean, not to that extent. Like they were like, well, what's going on here? Like, and then they hear more about, you know, Martin's, love for Lord of the Rings and his influence and stuff. He flat out said the reason he kills off characters is because of the death of Gandalf. He flat out says that, like, and so it's like I think they're like going back for the appreciation and just the presence of it. We all are constantly present, and we are in the same kind of fandom and circles. So they see us and they're like, "This shit got to be lit." Like I'm 100% sure they're like, "Yo, the way they talk about this, they got to be," because the way they talk about the Red Wedding, the House of the Dragon, oh, blood and cheese. I didn't know what the hell they was talking about. I was like, "What?" But when they explain it, I'm like, I'm invested. So,
All the
you know what I
duck and
mean?
egg stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't know. I know it, but I don't know it. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to see it.
So much history.
Mhm.
I have oh, go ahead.
Oh no, just really quickly. If anyone is interested in another really good Game of Thrones content creator, I'd recommend House of Nettles. He does some really good lore dives, I should say. He's currently on vacation though, but he does a very consistent post and all excellent analysis.
Good to know. We'll have to
Nice.
get you to drop a link somewhere for us. Literally anywhere. But yeah, we'll find it and then we'll send it somewhere, and that's how things work. Katie is back, who hosted yesterday's amazing, like it was almost 12-hour live stream. She did an amazing job organizing. I would take so she did this for everyone. So now it's my turn to do it for her. She was gushing over everyone yesterday in the introduction. She had some amazing introductions for each and every one of her readers and participants. Like she's really, truly, and genuinely connected with the Tolkien community, with what we're about, with what each individual is about. Like she really has gone to know everyone and pay attention to everyone. Like it's spot on. It's really amazing. And when I started getting into this and starting to find my place more as a mod and a facilitator and an organizer of people. And as soon as I saw Katie, I was like, okay, that's who I work towards being. Like she is who I want to be in a couple years, like when I get that experience. So shout out hugely. I know I didn't do this to you yesterday, Katie, because I knew you were on camera and I knew that it was a long day and I didn't want to throw you off too hard. But I will do it now because I know that you can hide behind and blush and do all that stuff, but all that bashful stuff. But you truly are an amazing person and someone I really personally look up to so much. So thank you again for yesterday's live stream.
And what an awesome reading by Katie yesterday at the end, just to be like, you know what, I'm gonna do a section that I want, and it was the bath song.
So good.
It was awesome.
That's what's up. Shout out to Katie. She's an absolute sweetheart and super knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? I know we were in San Diego and we had a great conversation about characters we didn't like. And it was awesome. And we were like, yeah, yeah. We hate this bastard. Like it was awesome. So it was good camaraderie there. Great time. Le Dolphin.
The Dorothin and Bard of Arda.
Yeah.
So as you know, the three of us and some other friends have been working on a new event. Do you want to tease any of that a little bit? Talk to the people about it before we, or like a little exclusive for anyone who's on the live right now? You don't give too much away,
A
but
new event, Blorthen. Do you know anything about this new event?
Well, I may know a thing or two about it, yes. Now, the wise people at the Voices of Arda, in their wisdom, in their knowledge, approached a council of lore nerds, myself included. And we've been collaborating to create the next Tolkien trivia event. Is this the first time we're speaking publicly about this?
Mm-hmm.
it is. Yeah, this is a little exclusive just for you guys on the live right now.
I want to thank Jeff, Callie, Tim, and Nick. We've all been collaborating. We have selected three of our top tier Tolkien community talent, including some new faces. And towards the end of next month, I don't think we've settled on one of the two dates. Uh, we are going to be hosting yet another Tolkien trivia event. It's going to be very different than anything we've done before, but I am extremely excited. And we're very thoroughly preparing. Callie is doing great at pulling all the strings in the background, as she always does. And yeah, I'm grateful for the team that we've got. We've already run through all the questions. I'm really pumped. I think it's going to be one of the best events we've done.
Nice, man. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so we're always learning and improving from previous ones. So when you guys watch it and you comment and you give us feedback, we really take that to heart and we try to implement changes for each next new event to just make it a better experience for all of y'all.
Yeah, we want to make it real accessible. The questions are going to be at different levels now. Like it's not going to be so much explaining to do, maybe. But we did get some people to be a part of the production team, myself included, that if there is any need of explanation or if you think something is correct, then we said no. We're going to work diligently to show you why it's right or why it's wrong, find it for you. It's going to be a much more interactive, enjoyable, less stressful trivia for lots of reasons.
You know, stressful, but there still remains, there's no prize. There's no like nobody gets money. I don't have any money to send to anyone. And if I did, it would
Wait, we're
only
not
be
getting paid? We're not
it
getting
would
paid for
it would
this?
only be 0.6 worth of what your dollar is, so it really wouldn't mean much to you anyway. But the friendship, the real prize is the friendship.
The
So
friendship, the
so
camaraderie.
everybody wins, no matter who wins, right? So that's
Gotcha, that's awesome.
But yeah, so we are just finalizing our we'll have 3 participants this time. So we are just getting our last replies and lining them up, and then you will, once we have that set, you will start to see promos for it. I will
I'm ready to see some of this new blood.
yeah.
Let them go at it.
Yeah,
Oh, bragging rights. Yes. Okay. You do get
You get the
what was it?
bragging
What did I say in the thing? It was first place is the glory, second place is the honor, and third place is the friendship. So that is that is what. So
Very
yeah.
well put there. That's put that on a
Oh,
t-shirt.
Bryn says you can donate a prize. If it's going to be a trip to Hobbiton, I think our trivia events are going to get
You're gonna
unreasonably
get packed out.
competitive.
I'm breaking the
Well, if
rules.
that's the prize,
I'm joining it. I'm studying hard. I don't have to study, but I'm studying for that one.
if that's the prize, I think the host should really be the first down invited, just really scope it all out, make sure it's safe, make sure everything's above board before we pass it on to our victors. I think that's reasonable.
I think so.
Yes,
It's
yes,
just
yes.
responsible. It's just responsible. That's awesome. So that will be fun. New things coming up. Oh, I have another thing that I saw today, which I will be posting about once they come out with more information. But most of you know that we did the Conqueror Fitness challenges and we did them as a group. And so basically you all do steps or activities. Like, so if you're cycling, it counts as at so many steps. And then all of that combined activity gets put together towards the common goal of finishing this like fitness challenge. And then at the end, you get a really nice medal. So they're doing the Hobbit next, and I'm hoping to get a little group together because it's fun to do it as a fellowship. You can do them alone, of course. But as a fellowship, you kind of like are all working together and encouraging each other to get out there, get active, get your steps in and stuff like that. So I will be posting about that eventually as soon as it drops February 20th. So maybe we can get some groups going, and I encourage you guys as well to form your own little groups, little fellowships, and do the challenges because the medals are really nice.
Also, want to. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to ask a quick question. Does everybody still get a medal, even if it's a group thing?
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes. Yeah.
I wanted to throw something out there. This is the first time I'm kind of talking about it, but you all here, so I wanted to ask if if it was be all right with you guys. I believe most of us are going to Westmouth.
I am.
Yes, yes, yes,
I'm
yes,
still
yes.
thinking about it. I'm very tempted.
You should come hang out with all of us.
Yeah. The only thing is
Yes.
it's so busy at work, like it right until then.
Mm.
I
But
got you. I got you. Well, if you can,
anyways.
I'll be there. Kai will be there. Callie will be there, right? Maybe no.
You're you're asking me to come down to the States again.
I feel like Callie's gonna be there. We'll see, but I
Oh,
feel like
you guys are really working hard on that. Yeah.
there'll be a few of us there. I wanted to see if we could do maybe like a meet and greet with Voices of Arda, or like and you guys support us so much. I would love to like just have a get together with you guys. Maybe we have a table or something like that. Meet you people like Dino Park. Dan, I'm not sure if you're going, but if anybody in the chat is going and participating in Westmouth, just be able to meet you guys and just thank you for I can thank you and be in person, and we can nerd out in person. Just having some kind of meet and greet gathering. I know at other events, I know when we were at Dragon Con, people meet up and we do the little photos and things like that. I would love to do something like that. If any of you guys would be interested, let us know in the chat. But that is something I would really, there's a few of us that will be there. And as a representation of Voices of Art, I would love to meet up with the people that make this all possible, which is you guys. Conversing back and forth with us, asking us questions, supporting us. You know what I'm saying? We've reached 1,000 followers on YouTube, which is it's a huge milestone because we don't get a lot of traction. Most of us are on like TikTok, so they don't want you to say other people's names. They're like, don't say nobody else. So it's like it's super tough. I don't have a huge following on Instagram, so it's like promoting is tough, like for YouTube, because it's like I don't have no following on YouTube. My joints got destroyed, so it's like tough. So thank you guys so much for sticking with us, through the changes, through the upgrades. We add more and more great content creators every, like I feel like every month we get like just so many dedicated people. We have so many dedicated people in the background. We would love to just meet you guys and just chat it up with you guys and nerd out.
Yeah.
Let us know.
More of a selling point. Lee is going to be there too.
Boom.
Mhm.
That is the selling point.
She is
Exactly.
making a large trip for that. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Lee coming to hang out with us is like Liv Tyler being at a con.
Sorry, so my Zoom is giving me a weird thing. I don't know if it's gonna, and I know my internet has been a little bit weird lately. Blame it on, I guess, like 40 inches of snow that we've just got. Uh, but if we disappear suddenly, I'm so sorry. But we will hang on and try to be here for as long as I have internet connection. So
It's all right,
Uh,
Callie.
So real quick, and in case we do lose connection, let me do a little housekeeping stuff for our Voices of Arda YouTube channel. Right now, we've kind of exploded in the past few months. We have over 1,000 followers now. We're doing great numbers, and a lot of the members are creating their own YouTube channels. So you can go follow them. People like Kaya or Airplane Facts and Max, myself, Belmont. You can go check them out too. There's a link right at the bottom of the Voices of Arda homepage where you can find all the links to all of their videos and all of their channels as well. And with that, we have a lot more of the Kelly Middle Page stuff coming out on our channel, as well as Bladorthin, not only Trivia Blitzes, hello Kitty, and but his top 9 challenges. And as of course, we have our Tolkien Tuesdays with Miranda Ex Librismer, as well as Fornos 42's new Hobbit videos have been making a lot. So make sure to check out the channel, subscribe, and go to the bottom to subscribe to all of our members as well.
That is awesome.
Come here, Kitty.
or what's the baby?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, hello.
What's up, cat? Very precious, very precious.
Oh, Kaya, back when we were talking about the tortoise, which is like an hour ago, but people were insisting that it needed a name. I'm sure it has a name.
Oh yeah, his name's Diglett.
Diglett.
Yes.
That rules. That rules. Word. That's what's up.
His name was originally George, but then he
No.
kept digging holes in our yard. And I was like, okay, well, we got to change it now.
So cute.
Turtle of many names. The Turin Turumbar of turtles. Awesome.
Hopefully not.
The Hewer of caves.
Hopefully not.
Not like that, but just because he has so many names. Guys are out of control.
You can't be doing that with other pets. If he ends up getting like, hypnotized and then stabbing one of the dogs, we're gonna have a problem.
Then you'll know for sure.
Yes, yep. No, Morgoth has cursed him. Better definitely know.
Turtle Turumbar.
Oh,
Look, see? You see?
That's pretty
It
good.
was
Perfect.
meant to be Turtle Turumbar.
That's pretty
Meant to
good.
be. That's awesome.
Oh, very nice, Glenn Weaver.
God, I love that.
What's going on in the
ladies
chat?
and
Anybody got any
gentlemen,
questions?
well, I
Yeah,
just wanted to
Jennifer
quickly
asked
say,
a while ago what we thought was going to happen with the Aardian storyline.
I know a lot of people were under the impression in Blood Orphan. I know you were speaking, so give me 1 second. We're gonna get right back to you. Sorry for cutting you off. I know a lot of people were thinking she was gonna become one of the Nazgul because I know people's like, oh, 9 men, but it's just the race of men.
It's capital M.
It's the race of men, not that it's necessarily a man.
I think that'd be perfect. I'd
Me-
live for that. She would automatically become my favorite character.
I'm okay with that. I'm not against that.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It goes with the story of what they're doing in Rings of Power. Absolute shitstorm would happen with the haters. So please do
whatever.
it.
they're gonna
Oh,
hate
No,
right.
please, absolutely
Because
do it.
she's
Just
a-
because I hate haters.
So I know a lot of
Absolutely.
people said that Aaryn was because she's an architect, right? We've established that she's
She's
going to
gonna build
build
the
the Temple of
Temple of
Morgoth. But my thought is, if I think she's going to be a Nazgul too, she's going to use the Ring of Power to build all these Numenorian structures in Middle Earth.
Mm.
How do we get that impenetrable black stone? How about the Rings of Power?
Bard of Arda. Okay.
Fucking, all right.
Find out or think is inherently evil. The Stone of Eric and Minas Tirith's walls. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? If you guys don't know, those three are all made of the unbreakable black stone. A lot of people don't realize that because in the movie depictions, the bottom wall of Minas Tirith is white, but in reality, it's actually black. It's made of the same stone. That's why they had to. Only weak part of the Minas Tirith is the gate. They had to focus all their strength at throw it at the gate because the walls are. That's why they threw things over the walls and they worked at the gate because you're not getting in that black stone. Even the Ents couldn't break it. So.
But we don't know what its composition exactly is or what it's.
Nope.
Vibranium. I have no idea what it is.
But it's not the same stuff that Aal was working with.
No, that's
No.
Galvorn.
Okay, we have a name for that. Okay.
Yeah, that's a ore as opposed to that's a metal. Well, it's a metal, but made from a ore. But this is stone.
A stone.
Shout out to Paiwan, Luke in the building. Great friend. That is a great theory. Just let Aaryn be evil. Very good, very good.
Better build.
I mean, she really annoyed people. I mean, she annoyed me anyway. I won't generalize it to everyone, but she really annoyed me in the last season. So
I think my worry is that she's not. I think she should be evil, and I love all of the theories. My worry is now that I've sat so long with her, like as an evil character, is that she'll have a redemption. And so that's what I'm worried about now, because I don't want that.
But even if she does like try to redeem herself, if she has that ring, she's screwed.
Yeah, if
So it's
if
like
we know
even
if she's given a
tragedy.
ring. Yeah. I'm okay with that. If she ends up evil but tries to have a redemption, I'm okay. Yeah, because there's the tragedy.
Yeah,
But I just want her to end up evil.
yeah, like what if she tries to have the redemption, tries to get better, and then just falls
It's too late.
Sauron's idea of I want to help Middle Earth, and she's like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love that.
Brutal.
I mean, it certainly spices up the family dynamics. I mean, it's quite a quite an
Well,
opposing sibling
Yeah.
pair. That's pretty neat.
Maybe maybe we'll get her falling the same time we get Anarion. Like maybe
younger
before
sister.
introducing another sibling element, maybe we'll like have her go on the track of being evil. So that maybe not
Maybe.
though. I
Listen,
don't know.
Union.
now I
Ladies
do.
and gentlemen, I need to bow out. It's currently bath time here at the Blood Orphan household for
Oh,
Eleanor.
hot water is a noble thing.
'Tis very true, very true. I'll try and hang on the comments on my phone though.
Okay.
Take it easy, Pluto.
Did you have something that you wanted to tell us or ask before you pop off, or there was something I know that, and then we started talking about Arian.
No, it was this.
It was just this. It was just
Sorry,
this.
dude.
Oh, all right.
Oops.
We'll see you, everyone later, and enjoy the rest of our time together.
Yeah, we always love to see
Bye.
you, Will
Take it
Dorothy.
easy.
Thanks, Lord.
Always good seeing you. I know. So we know we have Kamul, who we talked about. He's the Easterling. He has a ring of power. Straight up, no. One ring goes to the king of the Easterlings. We know 3 rings go to Numenorian lords. So we got 4 accounted for the lands of which they come from. Now we have 5 remaining rings. What are your thoughts on what lands get these rings and how many go to each land? Because in the case of Numenor, 3 of them are in Numenorian hands. One goes to the Eastling. So what are you thinking? What lands are you thinking the rings will go to?
One ring for the men of Bree to Harlem and Butterbur, the great 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 grandfather of our favorite innkeeper.
Okay, that's a theory. No thoughts? No thoughts?
Oh.
I
I
haven't
mean,
thought about I honestly haven't thought about it really.
I'm a
'Cause I
thousand
don't
percent sure at least 2 go to the Haradrim,
These two. Okay.
and
right?
do you think that they're gonna show us each and every not do you think they're gonna build a character for each and every
I don't think
ring?
they're going to build a
Recipient.
character. I think they're going to show us a couple of main characters, and then they just show us the lands in which they come from. Oh, hey, I
Fair.
had to slide these rings. It's just not. There's not time enough to. It
Fair.
doesn't
Yeah.
make. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking too.
Maybe one of the men of the mountain or one of the Dunlendings. Like the lands of men. Maybe one of them get a ring. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a Dunlending lord or something might get a ring. The Haradrim, maybe 1 or 2 rings. Um, I don't think far north there are going to be too many rings given out. I'm not sure. What do you think of like the Northmen type situation, like uh middlemen type situation? I'm not sure. What about
Mhm.
the men of the wild men from Arnor?
Could be. I mean, the big thing is we all assume, or most of us assume, that Theo is going to be one of the ring bearers. And there has to be a reason for them to take it. So it's like who's struggling right now in Middle Earth?
Definitely one.
Um, we
Well, yeah. Do you think there's more people from the Southlands kind of thing than just Theo?
No,
what's Astrid's husband, and because he's going to be real
I
mad
was
once
gonna say that.
Theodore snatches her
Oh,
away.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's true, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Something's gotta happen.
God, Isildur's making like enemies already. Oh my goodness.
Well, I think, one of the things that could drive Theo, he's trying to lead his people, and he's kind of like, Kemen is kind of really leaning on them, like bad, so it's like, hey, how can you rise above it? How can you become greater? How can you, do this? I'll teach you this, this
Mhm.
art and this thing. And then he takes the ring and falls into darkness, and he's, becomes very powerful. And I don't know. This is my thought process.
Real
My head's
quick,
just spinning.
Dan, to answer your question, I'm not 100% positive of this, but I would say there are no men of Dale or Esgaroth right now because they throve because of the kingdom under the mountain.
Yeah.
So I would probably be like a third age creation.
Yeah. Their people are more right now. They're more Vales of Anduin people over there. like or like even traveling, but they're not like settled in Esgaroth and Dale at the moment. So it's interesting.
Yeah, have we had any other news lately? We still have Tales of the Shire to look forward to, but I don't think we've had too much new
I don't got any too much
information
news.
about it. I know, New Better, you're not extremely thrilled, but the rest of us are.
When does that come out? Does that come in next month? Like March?
The
Yep.
25th, yeah.
March 20th?
Are there any chances it could be delayed? I don't know anything about game releasing, but I know sometimes they get delayed.
I think it already did get
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
delayed.
it's already been, this is the delay. Okay, excellent.
I think this is
supposed to
the
be released
delay.
last September.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah. Which like, and they must have really, really needed it because for a game to come out like right before the holidays is, I feel like ideal. Um, because it's just you want a holiday release, but they moved it up to like a spring. So
I mean, unless they just really wanted
sure.
it on the One Ring Day. So
yeah.
Which
oh,
They
makes
could have done
sense.
they could have done Hobbit Day.
I think that was
I,
their initial plan, but they had those
Yeah.
setbacks.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it should be cool. Like I think this will be the game that gets me to learn how to game, like cozy games. 'Cause
oh,
I don't know.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know really how to
I'm
do
in the
it.
same, yeah, I'm with you there, Kelly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's easy enough that I can play it and
Yeah,
enjoy
As long
it.
as it's not Dungeons
exactly.
and Dragons and Callie's and shooting invisible arrows at her friends.
My friends would be out of the way of my invisible arrows. They wouldn't get
Oh
me.
wow. Oh, blame me now. Sam, Return to Moria is awesome. We have done a run through several times. Just let us know if you want to play. We still go back and forth with it and play time to time. So it's awesome. It is amazing. It's a great game.
Katie, Callie, and I are on the Arkenstone server in Lotro, and
Yes.
as well as Belmont.
Yes, we need to exchange our Lotro informations. I haven't been on it in a while, but
I played for a
usually
little the other day. That's it.
you did? Yeah. I got a new graphics card, so it does look amazing now
Ooh.
compared to the last time I played it. But I'm just like, so,
Fancy.
Kelly will get it. I am not I'm not good at this gaming stuff, and so it's sometimes more frustration. Like I want to be in the story and to do the story, but the mechanics of making that happen are beyond me normally. So I usually need quite a bit of help when I'm in the Lotro world, but when I do have the help, I dance in the town square, and that's
Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead, Callie. I see
I
you over
think
there.
I think all video games need like a previously on, like here's what you did previously, and like a little reminder of like what the buttons do. Because like I swear I do enjoy but like I'll go weeks without playing and then I'm like lost because I'm like, where's the storyline? How do I even do this? Like I don't have the muscle memory. And then I just don't play because I'm like, well, I don't remember anything. So, for all those game developers out there, you can get non-gamers if you do a previously on. It would help me out so much.
not even with gamers, like because
Yeah,
myself, that's the big issue that I have with a lot of my games. Like
yeah,
I just started replaying Kingdom Hearts 3 and then I took a pause for like a couple weeks and I come back and I'm like, shit, what the hell did I just do? I don't remember
yeah. What's going on? Yeah,
It's the type of game for me. I can't play those type of games. Like I'm terrible. I'm like so terrible at like I just can't play those type of games. Like, I just need fast-paced fighting games, something like, you know what I mean? Some instant
like
gratification
clicky
type situation.
clicky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. I can't sit there and be like, oh, and then stand and I
Oh
can't do
yeah,
it.
no, Lotro, like sometimes it's just like collect 10 sticks down by the river.
That's just time
Okay.
consuming. I just don't have the time. That I don't have the time for. You know what I'm saying? So, which
that's
speaking of which, I was going to also bow out gracefully. I have to allow my wife to enter our domain again before she yells at me. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably a good place to leave it, you guys. It's nice that we can
do
keep, if we do
continue it.
these,
Don't.
no, but we can do these. I mean, we are coming up now on like an hour and a bit, so I think that is a reasonable amount of time for a live stream. And then we can do them more often if they're, shorter and less
Yeah.
Blah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Cal, I see
Yeah.
you over there.
Yeah.
Guys, it was great talking to all of you guys. It was great
Yes.
seeing you again. I'm looking forward to the upcoming year with all of the activities and fun stuff you guys got planned.
Gonna be a good year.
So I'll be here as much as I can. I got a lot of stuff coming up, so I'll keep you guys informed. Me and Tim got something really cool coming up, so we'll make sure you guys check out before we get out of here. Make sure you guys are going to the Signum Collaboratory, and you are joining New Better's Creator Circle, and you see some work that Tim did and me on several of our little. I got a few shows up there, and Tim is helping out on some music side of things, and it's epic. And we're about to release the first episode of the new beatification of the Silmarillion. So check that out. Once again, it's Signum Collaboratory. You can Google it, and then, like I said, just join up and join New Better's Creator Circle, and or anybody who tickles your fancy or what they want to talk about. There's several things people talk about, lores, fantasies, just information stuff that they're giving off. But we have a wonderful studio that we use, and it's great television quality production stuff. And so, like, me, Lord of the Rings guy, so I do Lord of the Rings stuff. New Beatification of the Silmarillion. I have a show also with Corey Olson. It is called A Song of Words, where we compare and contrast hip hop lyrics with Tolkien poems. Now, you can't beat that with a baseball bat. And we got something called Tolkien Arena, where I bring my Tolkien battles, my verses, to life with great graphics and stuff that we use in the studio. And it's me and Belmont are going to be working on that. So shout out to Belmont. Can't wait to record that first episode. But we got stuff up there right now. You can participate and go behind the scenes and see how this stuff is made, and also interact and suggest things that we do put into the content, which is awesome. So we have, a creator circle and a meeting every month. Next one will be the 27th, and you guys can join and be a part of the production and literally have your ideas and thoughts and see the behind the scenes footage, the drawings, the how it all gets made. And then also, like I said, if you have a thought process or an idea, it will be implemented if it makes sense. But that's something that we discuss, and you are part of the creation process. So sorry for being so long-winded, but make sure you check that out. Signum Collaboratory. Check it out.
Sure. Yeah, so that is sort of the spirit of what we are doing here, really, is making content, but also making it for you and with you. Like, I think that is kind
Oh,
of our
yeah.
jam. So that's perfect, New Beta. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Everybody say goodbye to the people. Any last words? Anything you want to say to the people of the internet, the 30 people?
I love you all.
Oh,
Yeah, just thank you for always being
Thank you.
here. And yeah.
yes. Thank you all for supporting us always, and for being here, because it would be very boring if we were just here talking
Ourselves.
talking to
And we're not
ourselves.
here for each other.
We
No.
would probably still do it, not gonna lie, but it's fun to have other people involved. So yeah, keep watching our content.
Bye, all.
Thanks, guys.
Now I got to figure out
Bye.
how we leave this.
Bye.